City mobilization also means we need to invite a lot of opinion leaders, intellectual people from all over the world to Shenzhen to discuss some common issue about city, about urbanism, about rural area in China, about the globalization, about every issue. Then we organized a marathon conversation together with Lim Koolhaas and Hans-Urs Albrecht. And I contacted them in 2008 when I got the job for the Biennale, and because I participated the London Marathon event in Serpentine Gallery in 2006, and Hans-Urs Albrecht and Lim Koolhaas organized a 24-hour non-stop conversation in Serpentine Gallery. They invite more than 80 people from London and UK to participate in the conversation. And I like this format, so I want to organize a new one in Shenzhen together with them. So when I discussed with Koolhaas, he mentioned a book to me. The book was by Mark Leonard, What Does China Think? This is very very important book about China because Mark interviewed more than 40 Chinese intellectuals in Beijing and Shanghai. Most of these people has very close connection with the central government because their idea, their thinking actually has a great influence on policy making in China. Some people actually it's never come into the public. I mean, even as myself, I'm a Chinese people. I don't know some scholars who have a great influence on the central government's politics and making. Koolhaas told me he don't want to talk about architecture anymore. He want to have some conversation with the people from politics, from economic, from other fields. It's not from architecture. So we organized more than 30 Chinese people to participate in this conversation. You can see from the knowledge map, we cover from urban planning, journalism, Pearl River Delta's criticism, history and social politics, community and activism, Biennale, art and architecture. So 30 people from different fields contribute their idea and develop the conversation together with Lim Koolhaas and Hans-Urs Albrecht. They discuss a lot of interesting topics. I just finished the publication for the marathon conversation event. It's only in Chinese so far. So city mobilization is also means we bring up a lot of intellectual people, opinion leaders to participate in the Biennale. invite them to contribute their idea for the Biennale. And Mr. Wang Shi actually is the biggest developer in China, and Thomas Sao is the owner of the biggest media company in China. And these two old gentlemen is the fourth generation of journalism photographer from southern China. So to create a new Biennale, I would like to make some experiment. I'm sorry. So my exhibition Nalati actually is it's a personal story. When I need to write a essay for the exhibition catalog, I don't want to write a very serious style, very academic style essay. So I prefer to write it in a literature way. So I tell a true story about myself, in Shenzhen in last 10 years, because I live and was in Shenzhen for more than 10 years. And I tell my personal story, and the personal story actually has very close connection with the city's story. And then I set chapters set chapters as the structure of the exhibition. The first chapter is in the sun. It's focused on the geography of the exhibition venue. So in this chapter, there's a lot of participating projects contribute their research and their creations about the local culture, about the Pearl River Delta. The second chapter is Losing the Countryside. For the Biennale last year, I'd like to get people to focus on the rural area in China. Even though this is a Biennale of urbanism, but actually urban area and rural area actually they connected so close. Actually, they are two sides of a same problem. So we invite some artists and architects who will contribute their idea about agriculture or village or the rural area research in China or in Asia. And the third chapter is city building fever. Actually, we want to criticize the overall urbanization in China. The fourth chapter is Back to the Street. Want to focus on the street politics to mobilize the artists and architects to talking about the street politics, how to activate the public space in the city. And the fifth chapter is about entertainment, how to develop a friendly interface